Tony Panic, joined with Sonny Santana.
How's it going, everybody?
All right, Sonny, great to have you here as always. But we got guests in the studio as well. We got Dr. Darren Zancan. Do you prefer Dr. Darren, Mr. Zancan? What do you like?
It's still very weird to even have doctor before my name with all the
cool
education. So most people will, anybody that's listening probably right now is probably laughing at even mention of doctor in my name. So
yeah, I wish I had Dr. Dr. Panic would have a nice.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Dr. Z is like, since my last name is Zancan, Dr. Z.
Dr. Z, yeah.
Or if I DJ, DJ Dr. Z.
And it's encouraged. Your name, like, if I'm a doctor and people are going to see me, Dr. Panic, it doesn't sound great.
Yeah, it sounds like, your leg might need something.
But Dr. Zancan, he can do it.
Yeah, if anyone can, Zan can.
Yeah,
Look at that, man.
Right? That's my political statement. So whenever I run, it's
that could be in, greatly marketed right now.
That is a cool name there. But we'll go with, we'll say Darren for now.
Yeah, that's
all right,
fine.
Darren. We'll go with Darren right now. Of course, you're a part of DMZ Productions, your production company. Before I know there's a whole story behind it. It's back in Crown Point now.
Yep.
Let's talk about you first.
Sure.
Are you originally from Crown Point?
I grew up in Lakedale.
Okay.
So I born and raised there and went to Andrean High School. So I'm from the region. Actually started my collegiate education when it was Purdue Cal. So right down the street. And then I moved a few times to Kentucky back and forth, but I did my undergrad at Eastern Kentucky University in broadcast and print journalism. And then my dream was to go to Northwestern for journalism. So I went there, and then I just obviously finished my doctorate as well. So, and now I'm back.
Now you're back.
I'm
back in the region.
I'm back, like
here.
Michael Jordan.
I'm back. Yeah, similar.
Yes. Well, you are back for sure. Now this Productions, DMZ Productions. Tell me all about this, because I know it was founded here initially.
Yep.
Went away. Now it's back here.
Yeah. So it's my my life. In sixth grade, I wrote a book for young authors. I don't know if you've ever heard of young authors, but I knew at that point I wanted to tell stories. I tell this often, and so I was either going to be a storyteller or I wanted to be an Olympic soccer goalie. And so obviously I didn't become an Olympic goalkeeper, but now I'm telling stories. So I wanted to do this in sixth grade. I knew I wanted it in some form, and I was pretty much dead set on print journalism. And then when I went to Northwestern and I met my producer Jim, or one of my professors, Jim, everything changed. I wanted to tell stories through video and through a lens. And so in 2012, I started it part-time while I was teaching collegiately, and then it just started growing, and then it was just me, and then it became another full-time employee, and then a full-time employee, and then now I have a whole operation, and we work with people all over the country, from Florida to California to here and in between. And then we just started, right before COVID, we started launching a creative side of things where we're working on TV pilots and documentaries, and which is really where I want to, eventually go. But you've got to bring in the money to be able to do some of the more passion projects and such. So yeah, it's always been a passion of mine.
Well, you talk about those passion projects again, the passion products of DMZ Productions. There, as far as the passion products go, I mean, what's and the sky's the limit, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, what was your dream, like the passion? What would you want to love to create?
Well, the cool thing is I'm kind of starting to do that now. And again, it takes, like anybody knows, it takes work and time and effort and blood and sweat and tears. And so back years ago here in Northwest Indiana, I ran a nursing home. And I had no medical background experience. I'm terrified of needles. Like, don't put me in a hospital.
Always great then, I guess. That would
right?
be perfect.
So they're like, hey, we're going to trust this guy to run aspects of a nursing home. And so I took these stories, these just ridiculously outlandish stories that most people never believe, and I kept like a journal of them. And I said, one day I want to take this. I want to create something. And so now we created the show called The Home, which is a sitcom based on a 1-star rated nursing home where you never know what's going to happen.
Horrible.
And the cool thing is as we were putting this together, the more it got out there, the more like relatively famous people wanted to be a part of it. So like we have former WWE wrestlers, people in soap operas currently, an actress who just won an Oscar for being on Judas and the Black Messiah. Nice. And so we have recognizable talent that wanted to be a part of this because the concept was so unique. We have 4 or 5 actors and actresses from the Chicagoland area. We flew people in from all over the country, and we filmed 4 episodes, a music video, all in a week. Everybody thought I was crazy. Crazy is my middle name. So I was like, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
And we got it done. So really a lot of fun, a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice and no sleep, but that's kind of the industry.
Yeah, that's where the passion comes from,
That's
right?
Where the passion runs from. You push through.
You do push through. Now, again, you talk about all this great stuff as far as what you're doing right now, which the dreams are, the aspirations are too as well. But it's got to feel good too. I mean, after being away, to kind of bring this back to Crown Point and the community, it's full circle basically. Is what it is.
And I didn't realize how much I missed home until you miss home and your support system and the people that you're around and the food. Like, there's so many local restaurants that I would come back to. Like, that's on my list of stuff to do. So, all of that tied in together, and it's been great because just reconnecting with people, the first thing they say is, "I'm so happy you're home," or "It's so good that you're home," or "Your business is here," and just being back 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We've already almost had meetings every day with potential people that are like, we've heard about you, or we read your article in the newspaper, or we know your reputation, and we want to work with you. We're just glad that you're here because now there's so much potential, and that's what all I could hope for. It's like with a business, like that I run like this, because as you know, we're sitting here on a set. There's such a need for content, for video. Everybody needs video. Everybody needs strong visuals, and to be able to provide that for such a growing, region. I mean, Crown Point, St. John, all these cities are just growing.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless, and so that's really gives me a lot of hope and excitement for this area. I'm a big small business supporter, so even if somebody doesn't hire me or work with me, I'm all about however you can grow, however you can stay in business, however you can thrive. That's really at the end of the day what matters to me.
Beneficial for the region, of course.
It is.
We're in a great area here, Sonny.
Well, it is, and going off of what you said, Darren, you see it in the youth in high schools where kids now are constantly trying to make their own, productions or just media content, whether it's TikToks.
Yeah.
A lot of teenagers in high schools are starting their own podcasts, like in their basement. They're going out shooting videos just to with cameras or just photography, stuff like that. So you see media starting to really take like most of the generation that I'm in, and then younger than that, they all want to do something. Everyone wants to be known. Everyone wants to be famous. And I think you're seeing that in the region where a lot of the youth are now taking it into consideration to do something in media.
Yeah, when I was teaching too, I taught at Trinity Christian College in Palos for several years, and I had some of the most fantastic students like you could ever wish for. And one of the biggest things I told them was, listen, if I can inspire one of you to do this, to take on this journey and be a storyteller, I've done my job, because hopefully you will be inspired enough to go and give that to somebody. And we're seeing that, like you said, across the country, people are taking on podcasting and TikTok and like just making. I have a friend who was just telling me about their kids were picking up their iPad and just trying to figure out how to video edit, at 11 years old.
Yeah.
Think about 20 years ago, 15, 10 years ago, we didn't have that opportunity really. It wasn't like that. And now there's just so much opportunity, and that's what excites me, because it's like, this is what I do for a living.
Yeah.
And now you see the opportunities are endless, and people are really excited about this field.
And that's the thing. The technology is always changing too, as well.
It
So,
is.
like when I was at Purdue, it's then Calumet, now Northwest. When I was there, some of the equipment was a little maybe behind on the times. Cassette tapes in 2014.
Oh yeah,
2015,
mini DVs and all that
yeah,
stuff.
but still in the But now you go back there, like they're all using the latest technology.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic thing. It's ever moving. It's a fast paced environment.
The great thing too is, like, back in the day, you thought everything had to be done on a shoulder rig, on a shoulder camera.
Yeah.
There was no other way to film. Now, like, I remember when I bought my first, mirrorless camera, I was like, there's no way you could do this stuff on a mirrorless. And I watched this ballet documentary. And it was filmed on a Panasonic GH4, and I was like, this thing is stunning. And I emailed the guy he's really big on B&H Photo. Like, he does a lot of their, content. And I emailed him and said, there's no way that this thing was filmed on a mirrorless camera. And he emailed me back and said, 100%. I said, the world is changing.
Yeah.
The way, like, we don't have to have these big studio cameras anymore to create content. Yeah, you
Look
could
at
do it.
This right here, the phone. Sometimes people go out there and just use their phone for
My professor told me once, and it was one of the greatest pieces of advice. It's not the camera, it's the person behind it. If you're smart enough and you are passionate enough and you want to know enough about it, you'll find ways to be smarter than the object in your hands to get what you want.
For sure. So again, you're back in the region, but now I'm hearing you're going to have people could check you out here soon enough. Is there an open house going?
Yeah, so we're going to have just so excited. I'm even just in the studio. I'm looking at ideas of ways to like build a production space. So yeah, we're going to have an open house August 5th and 6th from noon to 4 on Friday, and then noon to 5 on Saturday. We're going to have food. We're going to have a Pop-A-Shot contest. So winner of the Pop-A-Shot contest gets a gift card. We're going to do free business headshots in case somebody needs a headshot. And then if people want to talk to us later about the potential of teaming up with us, I don't call people clients because to me that feels like a transaction. I call people partners because to me it's what can we do for each other to grow. So it's about creating relationships and partnerships. And so hopefully being back in the area, there's excitement. People will come check it out, and we'll have food. And it'll just be nice to be able to show off a space. We're going to have a sound studio. We have 1,000 square foot space to create, video content and live streaming. And we're building it right now. We're just putting up all of our sound paneling, and it's going to be awesome.
That sounds fantastic. Where is it located?
We are on 1110 Arrowhead Court.
1110.
Apparently, that's a really like special number too. Like if you look up 110, it's like all these good lucks with it. So
that's good.
1110 Arrowhead Court, Suite D, as in Darren.
Nice.
And in Crown Point, Indiana, we're right by like Buddy and Pals off Summit. It's an awesome area too. Like really another area that's you blink and it's built up.
Well, and that does sound fantastic. So come on down. Just a free headshot. You could use it for anything. You could business.
It's free. Like
say you're
literally free.
Aspiring actress,
musician, whatever. It's a free. Carlos, who's over there taking my photos.
There he is, right
He's
there.
He's gonna be taking the photo. It's if you ever see our work online, it's Carlos that does it.
So Carlos will be taking that. You'll be taking
Carlos
the headshots?
will be taking the headshots.
He'll be taking the headshots.
He just learned that today.
Headshots are tough, too, because it's like, oh, man, what should I wear? What should I, how should I look? How should I pose?
Yeah, just wear clothes in your headshot. That's what we have. Just clothes.
That's why it's just the head, just in case.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's great. And then again, it's great to have that because people want to hear about this. They're like, oh, okay, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
But for them to come there and see what's going on. People are visual people for the most part. They want to see what's happening, and you guys are offering that ability now for people to kind of visit you guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Our door's always open.
Yeah. How about that? Sonny, we got to take a visit.
We do.
Yeah. We do, yeah.
We have to take a visit.
Yeah.
Me and Tony are both nerds for production and, using all the I'm a nerd for camera operating, so I'd love to go check it out and, see how everything's going and how it develops.
You're the number one basketball or football camera person?
I'm the number one basketball cameraman. Football, I'll give to Nick Hedger.
Okay.
I'll give to Nick Hedger.
He also does the games, too. He does the...
Oh, neat.
So do you see when you're watching the football game and the camera's moving on JEDtv? That's him.
You work all the Green Bay Packers games? That's impressive.
oh, man. Well, you know what? If it were a job that was high paying and it had to be for a team, I would prefer the Bears, but if the Packers are giving me a job, who am I to turn it down?
Who are you to turn it down?
Yeah, if you want to be a part of a winning organization, go to the Packers.
Yeah, that's true.
We just came from a Packers bar earlier today.
Yeah, well, who knows? If the Bears want to keep moving further and further away, the Green Bay might be the closest destination.
There you go.
Give us the contact one more time for
So
DMZ.
you can call us at 219-310-8026. You could visit us at dmzproductions.com, or you can just knock on my window.
That's simple as that.
Right?
All right.
Those 3 ways.
Just don't aggressively knock on his window.
Or social media, I guess, too, right?
Yeah.
We have to plug social media, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere, wherever there's social media.
Did you give into the TikTok thing yet or no?
Sadly, I have a TikTok.
You have a TikTok too?
I have a TikTok, yeah.
I'm wondering about that.
It's just, I don't know.
Do you like it?
Oh, it depends on what day. I have a love-hate relationship. I like when there's good content, but there's just so much miserable content.
It seems like a lot sometimes to kind of go through, and it's just all there's people dancing.
Yeah, there are days where people will watch. There are people that will watch it every day. Personally, I have a TikTok. I don't make any videos, but I'll be on TikTok for maybe 2 hours straight one day, and then I'll take a break another 2 days.
It's just
I don't know how it happens.
But it's just
so weird.
It is a weird thing though. But think about this: we're talking about people being inspired. for the first time, for a lot of these young kids, it's
Yeah.
the first time doing anything with video.
Listen,
And
there's-
some of these kids are getting famous and making
There's
like
a lot-
thousands of dollars. off
Listen,
of
there's
it.
just like anything, just like YouTube or anything else in the world. There's good in everything. So as much as there's like I would call it like trash TV on
Yeah.
TikTok, there is really people do use it for good. And if it gets somebody noticed because of the world we're in, with the production world, practice is practice, right? The more you can, what is it? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah.
So you might as well at least try,
Yeah.
put yourself out there, trial by fire, learn, and then who knows? 5 years from now, we'll have 19 other ways to make videos and social media
You
sites.
never
and
know. Perfect.
MySpace will come back and all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah, I got my top friends is always
The
changing.
return
I
of
gotta go back there.
MySpace, the return of Vine.
The return of
Oh,
Vine. Well,
Vine.
Vine
Vine.
was TikTok, wasn't
Yeah,
it? before?
Vine lasted like 6 days.
Yeah.
Vine was different though. To be funny on Vine, you had 11 seconds. TikTok, you have such you can create your own time of
Yeah.
how long you want your videos to be. But
Yeah.
Vine, it was straight 11 seconds. So that's how fast you had to be funny.
Listen, there was time provided, but whether you're TikTok or Vine, or you got your own production company,
Right.
like DMZ Productions.
Free
It's all,
headshots.
at the end of the day, it's all getting video out there to
It's
the
content.
masses.
It's content.
It's
Yes.
content, and
Yeah,
we
tell
live
your
in a world where
story.
content is king, basically.
Exactly,
So,
yeah.
it's never ending, and what a time to be alive! Because it's going to get more exciting even from here. I mean,
Every day, I always say every journey begins with a single step. So, I didn't actually make that up, but
that's a good
I
slogan.
do say that a lot.
That's a good step right there. That's a good slogan. Darren, anything else we should know about?
Just Carlos is saying something to me off camera, and I don't know what he's trying to say. So what am I supposed to say, Carlos? Oh, you got to make sure you have your priorities straight. That's
Priorities straight.
That's an inside joke, but
There
no,
you go.
just come down to the open house. We want to partner with you, and it's just great. This is a great spot. Glad you all are here. This is awesome.
Again, I want to make this clear. It's Friday, August 5th from noon to 4 p.m.
Yep.
Saturday, August 6th from noon to 5 p.m. Number 219-310-8026, or just knock on the window.
Just knock on the window. Yeah,
there you guys
I
are
might
located
answer.
in
I might
Crown
answer.
Point there. So, Darren, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Yeah, thank you for stopping in.
Dr. Darren Zan can.
Look
If
at
he
that.
can't do it, nobody
Nobody can.
can.
There we go.
There we go.
You're just feeding into it. My employees probably hate you all right now.
Dr. Panic is not going to go over well. Sonny, we got Dr. Sonny Santana is a very happy name for a
That's a
doctor
good
too.
name.
Yeah, Dr. Santana.